What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $10,739. We're up 0.65%. What I wanted to do today is bring you 5 points that I'm looking at in my chart and what I'm potentially doing with Bitcoin as we're in this symmetrical triangle. Because what's happening, while I'm going to label this video, the candles are extremely tight, be ready. We're getting in a consolidation pattern, another symmetrical triangle. We have to remember symmetrical triangles, they're a neutral pattern. About 54% of the time they will break with the trend. So you got about a 3 to 4% advantage with the trend, but overall they're a neutral pattern. And what we're doing right now, we're in this symmetrical triangle. We're having lower highs and higher lows. And you see how we're getting into this. So right now the candles are getting very tight and we're having that fight between the bulls and the bears on low volume. And as it's on low volume, what we're looking for is that explosive move, which way the market, the direction of the market's going to continue to go for the next couple months. And that's how big a deal this is. Because typically what you see out of these symmetrical triangles is explosive moves when they do come. Because in this space, it's very whale driven. And when it's whale driven, it's manipulated and this market can get pushed in any direction. So once you see these breakouts out of symmetrical triangles and patterns, a lot of the times they're going to be very aggressive. And that's what happened this last time in this symmetrical triangle. So what happened was we got pushed up for quite a while, got into a symmetrical triangle, and then we had that break to the upside. And that came, it was about 36% to the upside, what we saw out of there, about 36%. And with that 36%, that took us all the way up to $12,500. So what we're looking at now, this is a little bit smaller of a symmetrical triangle and it hasn't been as long. We're waiting to see if we get that continuation, that next nice move to the upside, and see if we can continue this intermediate term uptrend. In the short term, we're in a downtrend. But in the longer term here, in this intermediate, this secondary term, we're still in an uptrend, waiting to see if we're going to get that continuation to the upside. Now, measuring this last breakout that we had, that was 36%. If we got that again, that would take us roughly up to about, we'll call it $14,000. And at $14,000, anything can happen because that buying pressure, when it comes in just crazy hard. But that would be the potential if we could get that upside break. And what we're doing right now, we're sitting and we're trying to defend this 10,500, this green line here. Very important. And that's also correlating with our symmetrical triangle. If we drop down through there, I'm going to see if we can find support at this 200 moving average at 9,911, or it'd be down around that CME futures gap, about $9,600, right in that range, if we had a break to the downside. But I would love to see these higher lows continue to come in, see us get a nice strong break. We'd have to get up through roughly about 10,789, then it's going to be 11,084, then up to around 11,478 are going to be the overhead resistance areas that I'm looking at. RSI is at 50 right now. So you know, guys, what we're doing, we're just patiently waiting. I'd put some alarms right up above this symmetrical triangle, see if we break out of it on heavy volume, or if we're going to lose that on heavy volume and start looking at some lower areas where we may get a bounce off of. That's what I like to do. But I think it's just important to be patient right now. And we're going to wait to see which direction the whales are going to push this, because the candles are getting tight. The fight is real, and it's going to break soon. If you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all.